Last night I felt like an old fossil or dinosaur or something. I was in a restaurant and there's a 19-year-old girl serving us and just a nice young kid. And I asked her if somehow or another we get onto politics and movies and different things, and I asked her if she had ever heard of John Wayne. And the old Duke was right behind me here and she said, "Who?" She had never heard of him. I'm getting too old. But anyway, I want to share some stuff with you from the left. Maybe also from the right. This first one, of course, is about the left, liberal entitlements. Michelle Obama has a personal staff of 25. 25 people, humanoids, working for her. Who elected her? What does she do? Anyway, Laura Bush had a staff of 2. And back to Mrs. Obama, she spends zillions of dollars. She flies around with all of the staff in Air Force One. She goes shopping at different parts of the world. And thank goodness she's going to be gone soon, because I think she goes with a husband. Hopefully she won't stay in the White House. Hey, when thinking of politicians, consider that you can't get the water to clear up till you get the pigs out of the creek. You got that? Hey, kind of goes with liberalism. Glenn Beck. Glenn and I met back in 2008 at the NRA convention in Louisville, Kentucky, and we had some interesting chats and so on. And this past week it was held again, the NRA convention, at the same place. They rotate every year, but now several years later they ended up again back in Louisville, Kentucky. Didn't see him there this year, but in any event it was a big deal. 75,000 of my closest friends, don't you know, Glenn Beck, his behavior, what's going on with that? We get so many people, I don't know, they just feel like they need to tell us, I guess, what they think about other commentators, other people who are in the opinion business. We've had a lot of comments about Glenn, and a lot of Alex Jones's fans actually have written us and said, "Hey, have you seen this? Have you seen that? And did you know that Glenn Beck is stealing stuff from Alex?" And we don't reply particularly or respond because, you know, we don't know if all this stuff is true or not. But it's kind of interesting because there's so much talk about Glenn's behavior, and in particular with his like or dislike, I guess, of certain politicians, particularly Donald Trump. And they're saying, "Hey, did you hear that he threatened him? Did you hear that he did that?" Kind of nice everybody shares with us, because again, we're all in the opinion business, but it's interesting to see what other people's opinions are. Hey, just sharing. Have you got all that? Are you sitting down or you're writing that down? Let me end today with this. We are advised by liberals that you must not judge all Muslims by the actions of a few lunatics, but we are encouraged to judge all gun owners by the actions of a few lunatics. Isn't that funny how that works? One more piece of wisdom coming from your wiser advisor. We constantly hear in Canada now, I'm talking about the Canadian pension plan, how it's going to run out of money. How come we never hear about welfare running out of money? What's interesting is that the first group worked for their money, but the second didn't work for their money. That's from one of our Canadian viewers. I thought that was kind of interesting. I think that's applicable everywhere in the world. Hey, y'all come back here tomorrow. We're going to have more for you from the right. See ya.